Do y'all remember the 80s show, the A-Team? Oh, yeah. And you remember when Hannibal always said, I love it when a plan comes together, and he's got that cigar in his hand? Well, that is tonight's meal, and I love it when a plan comes together. There are those days when my meal plan can consist of looking in the refrigerator, seeing what is in there, what I can come up with, taking some leftovers and repurposing them, like spaghetti, and taking that spaghetti and throwing it in a casserole dish and just smothering it with some cheese on top and baking it in the oven, that kind of repurposing. And then just maybe sometimes going to the pantry or the freezer and just looking, and then all of a sudden just pulling something out, getting creative and turning it into a meal. Then there's times when I can absolutely just amaze myself and sit down and plan a meal. And that's what tonight's meal is going to be. Y'all, there are times when we're traveling, we're on a work trip now, and this is the next meal I'm going to make in a hotel. And I have to depend on the grocery store. I don't have access to like Teddy in the freezer or my vegetables in our vegetable freezer. I got to go buy these things at the grocery store. And we don't have access to fish, even at home. We don't raise our own fish. We don't catch our own fish. So all of these items tonight are convenience, fast, easy. Yes, some of them are packaged, but this is just some things that I just wanted tonight that we like, and I knew was going to be easy to make. So I paired together some shrimp, Mahi Mahi Fish, which one time I had Mahi Mahi when dear hubby took me to Virginia Beach, and we found a nice signature restaurant right there on the boardwalk joining the beach and the sand and the waves crashing in. And I tried Mahi Mahi for the first time, and oh my gosh, it was so wonderful. And I wanted to try to create that tonight. So then I grabbed some broccoli as a side and some Applewood smoked instant mashed potatoes. I love broccoli. It's good for you. Dear hubby loves the Idaho Applewood smoked instant potatoes. They do not bother him. They are low in carbs, no sugar, and he loves them. So I wound up steaming the broccoli in my Instant Pot. I'm putting all three of my maids to work tonight. I started by steaming the broccoli in the Instant Pot. While that's going, I'm going to get the base for the mashed potatoes going. And y'all, I just followed the directions on the back of the packet. Except they use all water, and I wanted a half and half water and milk to make them more flavorful. So I'm just mixing those up by the directions on the package. And of course, you got to add a little extra butter. It didn't call for it, but hey, what the heck? Just gives more flavor. So I heated up the milk and the water in the microwave, got it out, melting the butter, salt and peppering, and then I'm just going to add the packet of the Applewood seasoning while the broccoli is steaming. We're going to put that together. And I am kind of like Hannibal, like I said in the beginning. I love it when a plan comes together. Sometimes I have the time and I can be just brilliant putting some things together and meal planning. And then there's those times I just have to improvise and be my own creator and just create a nutritious meal with the things that we have in our freezers and pantries. So we're going to mix the seasonings in here, the dehydrated potatoes. We are going to mix those up. And yes, it does look a little wet right here in the beginning, but as the dehydrated potatoes reinstitute in the liquid, they will come together fine and the perfect measurement. And you're just going to set those aside until they thicken up. And I also like to add just a little bit of mayonnaise. Dear hubby just likes the taste of adding a little bit of mayonnaise to mashed potatoes. So, and it does enhance the flavor just a little bit, y'all. You can dress mashed potatoes up any way you want to. So we're going to set those aside and we're going to get to the next portion of the meal. After they reconstitute, we'll be adding some bacon bits. Now, yes, this is a lot of butter, a stick and a half of butter, but it is going to get divided into 3 different things to bring all these sides together and marinate the flavors in 3 different things. I'm going to melt a stick of Kerrygold garlic and herb butter, and then I'm going to add a little half more, you know, because I'm extra. Then I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, and I'm going to gather the rest of my seasonings. These are going to be spread between the Mahi Mahi fish, the shrimp, and the steamed broccoli. I love a garlicky herb butter in my broccoli. But y'all, if you add a little bit of lemon juice and a little bit of lime juice, oh my gosh, it enhances the flavor even more. I'm going to add all the rest of my seasoning, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, Old Bay. Y'all, dress up your garlic and herb butter like you want to. Now, if you don't have the Kerrygold butter, just take another stick of plain butter. And you're going to be adding some garlic to it anyway in just a minute. But we are going to melt this ever so carefully in the microwave. Make sure you cover up butter when you melt it in the microwave, or it will explode and go everywhere and you will have a mess in your microwave. Old Bay seasoning, you gotta have it, y'all, especially on anything fish, poultry, especially fish, you know, hence Old Bay. So we are going, and in a minute, we're going to add that minced garlic after it comes out of the microwave. Here we go, in with the garlic, Mom. And y'all, you can never have too much garlic either. Garlic enhances the flavor of everything, and if you know anything about garlic too, it is medicinal. Add it to that recipe, y'all. You'll be taking a little bit of medicine at the same time. So now we are going to put a little bit of this and baste it on top, or just pour it on top of that Mahi Mahi fish. Get it good and coated. And I have greased the plate in my air fryer. Gonna pray and hope these don't stick. I'm just going to follow the directions that was on the package to the Mahi Mahi fish. It did not list a temperature, but I'm just gonna, I always start out with 325, y'all, just to be on the safe side. And it said anywhere from 9 to 12 minutes till you reach an internal temperature of 145 degrees. So we will check that in just a minute. All of my maids are working right now. Got my air fryer going, the microwave, and then the Instant Pot. There's the mashed potatoes already. See, I told you they'd fluff up. I added a little more bacon bits. So now we're going to get to the Instant Pot. It is done. Be careful when you turn that thing to venting. You might burn yourself just for a second. I'm letting all the steam out, and we're going to get this out of the Instant Pot and let it drain. And I'm going to put it in that bowl. I love my little strainer, my little steamer basket. It is silicone, y'all. It is so easy to clean, easy to get out of there because it has the handles. I'm not burning myself. And it's a strainer at the same time. So I'm going to dump this over in this bowl. And we are going to add some more of the melted butter and the garlic seasoning to the broccoli to just marinate and marry all these flavors together. Make sure you don't use all of it, but you want enough, because the third part of that butter and the rest of it is going to be for the next thing we're going to get to. Give that broccoli a toss, and we're going to set it over to the side and get started with the next dish. We're going to add the rest of that butter to my shrimp in this electric skillet, and you are going to cook this. Now, it's already been pre-cooked just a little bit, but you want to just finish cooking this shrimp until it turns pink. I choose kind of al dente cooked shrimp because, y'all, I do not know how to do fresh shrimp. I don't know how to devein it. I don't know how to peel it. Dear hubby can do that. I go for the convenience, deveined, kind of cooked, and then it's okay if I pick a bag that has the tails on. All we got to do is just take them off. We're going to marry these flavors, let them turn pink. There we go. Give it a little toss. It's got just a little bit more to go till it turns pink. Then I am going to start plating this up and let y'all see what it looks like. But in just a minute, we've got to check the internal temperature on our Mahi Mahi. So I found my little meat thermometer, and it is perfect. Maybe 147, but that's okay. At least I know it is not undercooked. So we are going to get that out of the air fryer. Perfect temperature. We're going to check the shrimp one last time. There we go. It's better in color, so I know it is done. And y'all, got a little candle romanticizing our dinner. Do y'all see that? Look how that turned out. Look, Mommy, look what I did. I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you give this a try. We'll see you in the next video.